It's my feel-good breakfast show.
SASKO, baking together since 1930.
We all know that there is nothing like freshly baked bread. So why not try your hand at the SASKO Mediterranean Bread recipe with Jenny Morris, our absolute favorite in the Expresso kitchen and your kitchen at home this morning. Whether you make them over the coals, which sounds amazing, or in the oven, it's going to be a hit and certainly bring people closer together as we break the bread. That's what it's all about.
Darling.
Jenny Morris, you are a genius. We know this. It has been proven time and time again in our kitchen, but it's your flavor palette. I don't even know if that's the right term.
It's a palette of flavors.
It's a palette of flavors, but you hit the mark every single time. And obviously, working alongside SASKO of 80 years of history and this incredible understanding of bread, it's an amazing thing. So this is a match made in heaven.
Absolutely. I mean, how can you dispute 80 years of excellence?
I know you've only been in the industry just for a couple of years.
79 of those, 80 years.
Being so young and gorgeous. When I talk about the Top Bakers program, just quickly before we delve into our beautiful Mediterranean bread, you've obviously inspired a lot of people through that, but how inspiring was that for you to be a part of the SASKO Top Bakers program?
It's amazing because what that has done actually for me, it's like a sort of igniting a fire in you. It kind of gets your juices flowing again, your creative juices, because there are so many people out there that are intimidated by baking.
It intimidates me. Cooking, I'm fine. Baking, I'm like, whoa,
no. You just have to make sure that you've got a packet of SASKO in your kitchen and it happens. Honestly, if you follow a method, if you can read, you can cook. And follow a method to a recipe, you cannot go wrong. So I'm happy that this program exists so people can strut their stuff.
I love it. We've got a delicious recipe. Let's jump right on it.
Yep.
You've got some gorgeous dough here. I've seen plenty dough in my time in this kitchen.
I like this kind of dough, and I like that kind of dough.
A little extra dough this morning. So where do we start with creating a good dough for a pizza
start
kind of
off
bread?
with good flour, obviously. So we take 4 cups of SASKO flour. And what's nice is I might need to add flour afterwards. We'll just see as the program goes along with the kneading. I use instant yeast, okay? So we've got 4 cups of SASKO flour. Come and stand and put the yeast in. Don't be such a lazy boy. Hey, darling.
I'm here to learn. So this is the yeast, first of all, just to show my prowess in the kitchen.
And some sugar to make that yeast grow.
Okay.
How about some salt?
Activate it.
Yeah.
How much salt are you wanting?
Just stick it all in.
All of it?
Yes,
Boom.
it's all been measured nicely for us. And we're going to also add a little bit of oil.
Okay.
Once we've started using the water, because what the oil does is it just enriches it. You know, you could use melted butter too, but we're going Mediterranean, so a nice bit of that.
A bit of oil.
Now, you want to stir.
Okay. I'm doing it.
There you go. See, SASKO gives you muscles.
Some push-ups before we started doing this. So when you say kind of you can add water as you go, what's the rule of thumb?
The rule of thumb is that you shouldn't put all the water in at the same time. And when you're adding, 2 things can hurt the dough.
Okay.
If you put hot water onto your yeast, because it's a living thing, she's going to die, then you make flatbreads. Okay. This is all good. You put lovely Mediterranean, Middle Eastern toppings on it.
Yeah, then we go kind of Turkish.
Absolutely.
Vibe,
and then, here we go. I'm going to give you some more because I can see it needs it. And
look at that.
You must make sure that your yeast is fresh. So check your sell-by dates. I love instant yeast. I think that's what made everybody want to bake bread. Now, it certainly brought me alive when it comes to baking bread.
Instant yeast, yeah.
Yeah.
And I suppose that you want to kind of know that you're sticking to a tradition, but you also kind of need to live in a modern world with modern time pressures and such.
Yeah. Hoid at 8. I'm going to put a little bit of flour. You need to dust the surface because it is quite wet. So here's a bit of that.
Okay.
Nice. You can even add your oil to your warm water. It's tepid water. Warm, room temperature, yeah.
Okay.
And let's throw that out.
I'll just plonk this all out.
Yes.
This seems like a very intuitive process for you. You kind of look at it, you touch it, you feel it out. How long did it take you to master the bread?
You know what? It's all about the dough and how you feel the dough. And the whole idea here is to incorporate. You want to get all of that flour into. You can see it's already nice and soft. It's already starting to happen. Roll it around. You want to do the dance with me? Let's roll that dough, baby. That's my boy.
It's a figure of 8, actually. If you were learning the rumba, this would be a fantastic opportunity.
And also you want to just push it away and bring it back. You want to work the gluten in the dough. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And I
can
want
see
to,
that
I want
elasticity
to,
is
yeah,
really kicking
already.
in.
And
Yeah.
that stretching, it's like a stretch class, it's very good for your back and also for the dough, is to activate the gluten.
It's a living thing. This is
Absolutely.
Your dough is a living,
Look,
beautiful
yeah.
thing. Look at that.
She's gorgeous.
Okay.
And then we're going to pop it into a nice little bowl, oiled. And what happens is it will go into a warm place and rise to twice its size. That's important.
All right, so then we arrive at this gorgeous
Yes.
little piece of dough. So look, we've given a lot of love. We spent a lot of time loving our dough. We're going to have to
Yes.
race through our beautiful toppings here.
Yeah, let's do this
Oh,
thing.
look at
that. You see,
that.
it's beautiful and it's wet.
How long does it need to prove to get to this kind of beautiful?
Double in size.
Okay.
That's the most important thing. It's just to have it twice its size. So choose your bowl well. You can see this is a small amount of dough, so don't choose a basin.
Yeah.
You know, we want to get 8 balls out of this. Now, because it's artisanal and you're making it yourself, your balls don't have to be
Yeah, no, it's
equal
got to be.
in
We
size.
call it rustic. We call it. It's got to have a rustic look.
It's
yeah.
rustic. Here's a little tip as well. You can use a rolling pin, but you know what? I like to press them out with my hand. Okay? Just use your hands like this. And of course, as your dough rises and the heat gets to it, it becomes very, very easy to manipulate. So we've got feta cheese. We've got mozzarella, it's going to give it the stringy.
This beautiful.
The feta is going to give
texture.
it the texture. We're going to just take a little bit of that and pop that down.
That's right.
And then what we do is you just spread it. Look at that. Yeah?
Oh, when you run. There we go.
Thank you very much. Listen, I'm a handy girl. I don't like
I
doing
know,
dishes.
was
I
about to say,
don't
you're
like dishes.
You're like MacGyver, the way that you can reimagine utensils. I love it.
And then some of that.
That is
feta.
super cute.
Look at that.
How long in the oven once we've created? And I suppose you can get creative with your toppings and the kinds of things that are going
It
into
can take
it
20
as well.
minutes, it can take 25 minutes, depends on the size.
Okay.
These little ones here will take about 20 to 25 minutes because it's a real little dinner.
That
a
is
little dinner
gorgeous. So
roll, yeah?
while we're going to put the finishing touches on our beautiful
Yep.
little pizza rolls, our Mediterranean pizza bread, which looks spectacular, let's take you through a blow-by-blow of how we arrived at this gorgeous final result.
There is nothing like freshly baked bread. We guarantee that this SASKO Mediterranean bread recipe, whether you make it over the coals or on a braai or in the oven at home, will be a hit no matter the occasion. To get started, place 4 cups SASKO cake wheat flour, 2 teaspoons salt, 4 teaspoons sugar, 10 grams of instant yeast into a bowl and make a well in the center. Then add 1 tablespoon oil and 3/4 of 400 ml lukewarm water and mix to form a soft dough. Add a little more water if need be. If it is too wet, add a small amount of SASKO cake wheat flour. Knead the dough until it's smooth and elastic to the touch for about 15 minutes. Place the dough back into the bowl and oil the top. Cover with a clean cloth and place it in a warm place to rise to twice its size. Once the bread dough has proved, punch it down and divide into 8 portions. Roll each portion into a thin circle. Spread sun-dried tomato pesto into the base. Top with crumbled feta and grated mozzarella cheese. Dot with basil pesto and roll up. Sprinkle a little SASKO cake wheat flour onto them and bake in the oven at 200 degrees Celsius for 25 minutes. Filled with tasty pesto, feta and mozzarella cheese, this braai bread will be a surefire winner. In fact, it will be tempting to tuck into them before they've cooled down.
Oh, and voila, we have our beautiful end result. But these guys look like they're well on their way. Just a dramatic little flower bay over there. I love the fact that we are taking something that's quite traditional. People kind of might know these recipes, but you're flipping the script, and that's what the
Absolutely.
SASKO Top Bakers Group is all about, getting creative.
Be creative because normally you'd use cheese and sliced tomato.
I eat all of these And I'm not even joking. I might even eat all of those all together. It looks absolutely amazing. You are a superstar. We love you because we love your food. We
This is
love what
covered
you bring
love.
to the table. And I think this partnership with SASKO is going to bring many, many delights into our kitchen. So thank you so much
Thank you,
for
darling.
bringing this slice of Mediterranean heaven. And if you would like this delicious recipe sent directly to you, you've got to SMS the keyword SASKO to 33728. We'll send you a link to the recipe and a comprehensive ingredients list. Then it's up to you to start creating. And of course, we've taken a bit of a recap on how easy it was to make it. But now, of course, you have the opportunity to increase your skills even more. So yes, the good news is 11 lucky couples stand a chance to win a morning of baking heaven themselves. That's with SASKO and Jenny Morris. That's right, on the 27th of July. We will be hosting 11 viewers and their partner of choice, people who have to be really special, at Jenny's cooking school in Cape Town, where she will teach them how to get the best dough absolutely beyond a doubt using our SASKO flour. And to be eligible for selection, you've got to like and comment on the Expresso Facebook page competition post. That's where you start. And you've got to tell us why you would want to take part. Make it a really good motivation, because I have a feeling we're going to get a lot of entrants. And you can find all of the terms and conditions on expressoshow.com. Get entering, get flouring, get elastic. Start working on those kitchen skills. Jenny, thank you so much.
Thank you, my
I've learned a huge
sweetheart.
amount, and I really wish you guys at home all the best of luck. This is going to be a real treat for me right now as I eat one.
SASKO, baking together since 1930.